love everything you guys shared. One thing I'm gonna end with, because y'all have 6 kids. We didn't even talk about this big family, okay? So y'all making it seem all lovey-dovey, and then you work together, you pray with the Lord, and we know all that. But what I want to know is, how are you keeping the fire going? Because I have one baby, and I'll show y'all baby bump. I have one baby, and the other baby is to come here in December. And this marriage piece is awesome, but when you start maneuvering into family, y'all had 6 kids.
Yeah.
How did all boys?
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep the flame in the middle of the big family?
Yeah.
What does that look like? We'll end on that note, and then I'll ask about your books, and we'll let you go.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we, the kids are important, but one thing he would always say is one day these kids are going to grow up and they're going to leave us.
Yeah.
So we have to maintain our relationship. And he worked really hard at maintaining our relationship. And then I, in turn, realized how important and how right he was. So he always, he's the romantic one. He's always planning the romantic dates, renting the perfect car, and sending me the money to go get my new dress and all this kind of stuff. But he would do that. I mean, it was consistent. It was never
On Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have a certain day to do it. Like everybody does it on Valentine's Day. Our day is every day. That's the way I look at it. It's every day. Why wouldn't you make it every day?
Right. So he always was doing something to keep the romance going, even if it was at home, even if it meant we went to the grocery store together. Let's go to the grocery store together. He's being goofy or making me laugh, and just keeping the excitement and the passion alive. And truly, that was it. So, our kids knew if there was 6 of them, if our door was closed, that means mommy and daddy don't disturb them no matter what we're doing. So, he's always kept those boundaries established with our boys that she's first my wife, then she's your mother. So he would always say that she's first my wife and then she's your mother. So we always made sure that we have relationship time for us to build our connection and keep it going.
Yeah. And then I would always tell them, I'd say, well, this is my girlfriend, so you cannot talk to her like that. You cannot raise your voice. This is my house. You raise your voice, you got to go. And they were like, oh, I said, no, you cannot raise your voice. If you yell at mom, you're going to talk to me. You're going to talk to me. When I was in the Air Force, you never raise your voice at the commanding officer. You never raise your voice at the ranking guy does. And so I brought that home, and that's the way my dad was. You never raised your voice. You never swung at your mom. You never did any of that, because if you did, you were going to have to deal with dad when he got home. And so, as a husband, I am her husband, but I'm also her protector. And a lot of women don't have that at home. Their husbands don't protect their wives from their children, because sometimes children can be knuckleheads.
Right.
And so, we had a lot of conversations about not being a knucklehead, because if we do, you're going to talk to dad.
I love it. You guys are so cute. I could say that 5 more times.
Amber, when you're called to do something, you don't do it with part of your heart, you do it with all your heart. And so that's what we've been called to do, is help married couples, help families. And that's what we do. We do it with all our heart. We don't know how to do it halfway. I don't. Every time I do something, I don't know how to do it halfway. I got to do it with my whole heart.